again, and welcome to class 274. All right, let's finish. Only one word left on the list of regular verbs from yesterday. Wanted, I came here this morning because I wanted to come. I didn't come here because I had to come, really. If I had wanted, I could have called Marta and said, Marta, I don't feel like doing the class today. I don't feel like doing the class. No me apetece hacer la clase hoy. No tengo ganas hoy de enseñar inglés. Marta, I don't feel like, I can call, hello Marta, I don't feel like teaching today. You have the day off. Te doy el día libre, o la mañana libre. You have the morning off. Yes, I don't feel like, but I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I came. I decided to come. And I decided to come because I wanted to come. So I came this morning by car. I drove here because I wanted to drive here. I wanted to come. Not because I had to come. Because I wanted to come. Yeah, I wanted. Yes. Now, last weekend, Richard, last weekend, did you waste a lot of time? Did I waste a lot of time? Yeah. Well, it depends on your definition of wasting time. To waste time is mal usar o malgastar, perder el tiempo. To lose time is not negative. It's neutral. To waste time is negative. In Spanish, say, no pierdas tu tiempo con eso. All right. In English, don't waste. Escrito waste. Don't waste your time. Desperdiciar, despilfarrar, malgastar. Don't waste your time with that. Now, you can lose time. Yes. Debido al corte de emisión, hemos perdido 10 minutos. Inevitable. That's to lose time. We lost. Marta, we have lost 10 minutes today because of the lighting problem. Now, to waste time is not to use your time very productively. So, during the weekend, I didn't waste any time. With my definition of waste. Maybe with your definition, maybe I wasted 10 hours. Yes. Because during the weekend, I was recording some radio programs. And after stopping, I played Space Invaders for 5 minutes. Then I played Solitaire for 5 minutes. And then I played Luigi for 5 minutes, for 15 minutes, and then I started another recording. Now, in your opinion, maybe I wasted 15 minutes. In my opinion, I didn't. In my opinion, it was productive time. Just moving my mind from teaching English to something different, and then coming back. So I didn't waste time. In your opinion, maybe I wasted time. Okay, let's finish. Let's try to finish today, Unit 24. I'm not sure if we can finish it, but let's try. All right. Point 23, irregular verbs. Every day I write. Yesterday I wrote. Yes. I write emails every day. Yesterday I wrote about 5 emails. And in the past week, I've written hasta hoy. In the past week, hasta hoy. See, when I say in the past week, I've written probably 20 emails. Yes. Every year, I write an article for a newspaper, some newspaper. 2 months ago, I wrote a long article for one particular newspaper. In the past 20 years, probably I've written 30 articles or 40 articles for different magazines and newspapers in this country. I even wrote an article for a British magazine about 10 years ago. Yes. Interesting. So I have written a lot of articles. Richard, how many books have you written in your life? I've written probably about 20 books in my life. 19 of the books related to teaching English or learning English. One book? No, one book pertaining to philosophy. So I've written maybe 20 books. I've written. How many books did you write last year? I wrote part of one book. I was collaborating with another person here, with Jimena. And so I was collaborating with, I wrote about 30% of the book. How long did it take you to write your part? I wrote my part in about, 10 hours in all. It wasn't difficult. It wasn't difficult. Okay, when did you become an English teacher? I became an English teacher in 1974. When did you become a father? I became a father in 1980. When did you become a good English teacher? I became a good English teacher in 1974, the same year I started. Of course, I became even better after that. But already, in the first week of class, the students liked me as a teacher. Said, I like this class. Yes, the power of teaching. Okay. So, and how many houses have you built in your life? I haven't built any houses in my life. I'm not a builder. Now, I've had houses built for me, or I've had flats completely remodeled for me. But I've never built a house. I've never built a house. And when did this class begin? This class began January of last year. No, the course, no, this particular class. Okay, the course, this English course. Fíjate cómo se pronuncia curso. Core, or. Four courses. Course. Of course. A horse. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. But have you ever met a talking horse? A horse. That is, of course, unless the horse is the famous Mr. Ed, go right to the source and ask the horse. Of course. Course. So this course began in January 2020. Now this class, this specific class, began 5 or 6 or 7 minutes ago. Yeah. It started 5 minutes ago. It began 5 minutes ago. When did the Second World War begin? It began in 1939. When did the First World War begin? It began in 1914. When did the Spanish Civil War begin? It began in July 1936 to begin. When did it end? It ended in 1939. And the Second World War? It ended in Japan in August 1945. When did the Korean War start? It started in 1950. It began in 1950. When did it end? It ended in 1953. All right. How long did it last? It lasted 2.5 years, almost 3. It lasted, it ended, it began, it started. It started, it began, it lasted, it ended. It started, it began, it lasted, it ended. Practice this. Start y begin son lo mismo. Siempre, casi siempre. Arrancar el coche is to start, no es begin. All right, quitando eso, y algún otro que no se me ocurre, they're the same. They're the same. Began. So, it started, it began, it lasted, it ended. All right, so, blow. Oh, to blow. Okay. All right. Here we have 3 candles. Son 3 velas. They look like pencils. I know. They look like pencils. They feel like pencils. They smell like pencils. They taste like pencils. Yeah. They sound like pencils. But they're not. They're candles. Son velas. candles. They're made of wax. They're made of wax, hechos de cera. And they're lighting. Now I'm going to light the candles. Right? All right. Now the 3 candles are lit. Why? Because I lit them or I lighted them. Dos formas de hacer el pasado y el participio de encender. To light, lit, light, lighted, lighted. Now, I'm going to blow them out. Yes, I'm going to blow them out. Are you ready? Huh? All right. Okay, which one did I blow out first? Which candle did I blow out first? The purple one, the blue one, or the white one? Richard, you blew out the purple one first. That's right. And then which one did I blow out? Then you blew out the white one. This one, the one in the middle. No, I didn't blow this one out first. Fíjate, I didn't blow this one out first. También puedo decir, I didn't blow out this one first. Ahora, si dices it o them en medio, I blew it out last. I blew the white one. I blew it out after the other 2. I didn't blow it out before, and I didn't blow it out in the middle. I blew it out after the first 2. But first, which one did I blow out first? You blew out the purple one. And then, which one did I blow out? Then you blew out the blue one, correct. And finally, which one did I blow out? Oh, which one did I blow out? Me lío yo, eh? Which one did I blow out last? The last one you blew out was the white one. The first one you blew out was the purple one, and the second one you blew out was the white one. Yes, and ask me, Richard, yes, how many bridges did you blow up last year? I only blew up 2 bridges last year, yeah. That's my second job. I moonlight as an explosives expert. You what? I moonlight as an explosives expert. Experto en explosivos. You see, I'm an English teacher, but I moonlight as an explosives artificiero, you say, as an explosives expert. Moonlight, luz de la luna. Yeah, I moonlight. To moonlight, in English, luz lunar, means trabajar en plurimpleo, el segundo empleo. Porque se supone que trabajas usando la luz de la luna. It's an old expression, but it's very common. I work as an English teacher during the day, and I moonlight as an explosives expert in the evenings. And I'm the #1 expert in Spain in blowing up bridges. Yeah, I blow up bridges for a living. How many bridges did you blow up last year? I blew up. So, to blow out is apagar soplando. To blow up is volar o hacer estallar. Y blow up también, ojo, es inflar un globo. How many balloons did you blow up last year? I didn't blow up any balloons last year. Well, when was the last time, Richard, you blew up a balloon? That's a good question. I don't know. The last time I blew up a balloon was probably 25 years ago when my son was 10 years old or 11 years old. Maybe was the last time I blew up a balloon. Well, how many balloons have you blown up in your life? Oh, I've blown up quite a few. I've blown up a lot of balloons in my life. And why have you blown up so many balloons? Well, because when I was a young teenager, 13 or 14, I blew up balloons with water in them, water balloons, and I was throwing globos llenos de agua, throwing water balloons at people, a water balloon fight. So I blew up a lot of balloons. Yes. And once I blew up about 10,000 balloons in 7 hours. Really? Well, I didn't blow them up. I had a machine, a helium, the helio, a machine. And I blew up about 10,000, well, maybe 10,000 balloons. No, yes. And I opened the little letter box into the house where the postman puts the letters, and I released the balloons inside the house, 10,000. And then when the girl came home after the weekend, she opened her door, and her house was completely full of balloons. In order to enter her house, she had to start popping, blowing up the balloons. Boom, 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 popping the balloons. Okay, to blow, blew. For our good friend Bob Dylan, the answer is blowing in the wind. He said, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. And when I saw Bob Dylan the last time, he said, hey, Bob. I said, yeah. Hey, is the answer still blowing in the wind? I said, yes, sir, Richard. The answer is still blowing in the wind. And 10 years ago, yes, the answer was blowing in the wind. The answer blew in the wind. 20 years ago, it blew in the wind. 10 years ago, and it still blows in the wind. So the answer is blowing in the wind. To break, I have never broken a bone in my body. I've never, well, I have broken some hearts, yes, in my life. But I think I have only suffered one broken heart. Shelley Aberson broke my heart when I was 14. Do you remember? About 2 weeks ago or 1 month ago. Shelley broke my heart. She dumped me. She left me for another guy, David James. And he was 14, I was 14, Shelley was 14, and David James had a motorcycle. And so Shelley decided she liked David James more than me. And so I lost Shelley forever. And it broke my heart. It broke my heart. I was heartbroken. Yes, for the first time a person had broken my heart. And how long did you suffer a broken heart? For 1 day. The following day, I was okay, completely recovered. And I think that's the only time I've really felt pain, of a broken heart. All right, to buy. I don't buy things. I don't buy many things. Well, what did you buy last week? I didn't buy anything. I bought a hamburger. Yes, I went to a fast food restaurant and I bought 2 hamburgers. Yes, and chicken wings. Yeah. Let's see. When was the last time, Richard, you bought a tie? I think I've never bought a tie in my life. People buy ties for me. Yes. I remember one Christmas under the tree. There were about 20 presents under the tree. 6 of them with my name. So 6 presents, and I opened one. A tie, a tie, a tie. 6 ties. So I was trying to strangle my wife with a tie. So, but in any case, now, the last time I bought clothing was, I think about a year ago. Yeah, I bought 2 pairs of shoes. I think that's the last time I bought something in a clothing shop or in a department store. Well, when was the last time you bought a car? The last time I bought a car was 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago. And when was the last time you bought a microphone? I've never bought a microphone. Well, when was the last time you bought a race car? Coche de carreras. I've never bought a race car. Buy, bought, bring, brought. Catch, caught, think, thought, teach, taught, seek, sought. All right. Yes. Every day I teach, yesterday I taught. How many hours of English have you taught in your life? I've taught about 50,000 hours. How many hours of French have you taught in your life? I've never taught French. How many hours of Spanish have you taught in your life? I've taught only 1 hour of Spanish in my life. Yeah. But I thought it was interesting. 1 hour of Spanish. I did 1 hour for a beginner, half an hour for a beginner, and half an hour on television, on what we call a demo. In Spanish, you say una demo, una demostración. And I did a demo. And it was very good, I thought, but for posterity. When was the last time you caught a cold? The last time I caught a cold was 2 years ago. When was the last time you caught pneumonia? I've never caught pneumonia. How many times have you caught a baseball? I've caught a baseball probably 10,000 times. Yeah, I caught. And how many times have you caught Marta doing something bad? I've never caught Marta doing anything bad. I mean, I think it's impossible for Marta to do something bad. She's an angel. Yeah. Maybe some people don't agree. But yeah, for me, and I'm the boss. Everybody treats me very well because I'm the boss. So I don't really know. But for me, she's an angel. She has never done anything bad, and I've never caught her. Te pillado. I've never caught her doing anything bad. Did you catch it? How many taxis did you catch yesterday? I didn't catch any taxis yesterday. Last week, I caught two taxis. I remember I went to a hotel lounge for a meeting. So I caught a taxi to go there, and then I caught a taxi to go back home after the meeting. How long did the meeting last? It lasted almost about 2 hours. When did it begin? It began at 6 p.m. When did it end? Well, if it lasted 2 hours, logically it ended at 8 o'clock. And how long did it take to go home? It took about 20 minutes to go home. Did you pay the taxi driver? Well, of course I paid the taxi driver. Did you pay him in cash or did you use a credit card? It was a female taxi driver. I paid her with a credit card. All right. Did you keep a receipt? Yes, I kept a receipt. A what? A receipt. Un recibo, yeah. Receipt. Fíjate en la pronunciación. Se escribe receipt con una P super muda. Receipt. Si trabajas en contabilidad o parecido, recuerda esto. The pronunciation, remember. Receipt. Receipt. Se pronuncia receipt. Receipt. All right. Yes. Richard, when you were 22, why did you choose to become an English teacher? Well, I didn't choose to become an English teacher. I chose to start working as an English teacher, but I didn't choose to become and convertirme en. I didn't choose to become an English teacher. I chose to start working, and the easiest and quickest job was teaching English. So when I was 22, I chose to start working because I needed to start working. I needed to start paying my rent. I rented an apartment and I needed money. Yeah, I didn't want to call my father and say, hey, Dad, send me money. I've never asked my father for money or my parents for money. So I chose to start working. Yeah. Did you choose that shirt, Richard, or did somebody else choose it? I didn't choose this shirt. I'm not a big fan of pink shirts. Yes. However, my wife chose it. And why did your wife choose a pink shirt? My wife chose a pink shirt for 2 reasons. She said, number 1, pink shirts are popular with men now, fashionable. Pink shirts are in fashion. And second, she said, you look good in pink. I said, me? Pink? All right. Yeah, pink, like the pink pencils. Yeah, like the Pink Panther and the pink. So, my wife chose this color. I didn't choose it. She chose it. I didn't choose it. She chose it. It's her fault. It's not my fault. And Marta likes it too. You like the shirt, huh? You do? You like the shirt. It looks good. On TV, it looks okay. Okay. All right. Ellas ganan. All right. But I didn't choose it. They chose it. But I have to choose to say goodbye now. See you tomorrow.